Good morning, year three. So hopefully you may have noticed something different this morning. I'm not on the screen at the moment, and you should be able to see my whiteboard, and it says happy birthday, Evan. So it's Evan's 8th birthday today. So he's spending it in lockdown, but at least you're at home, Evan, and I hope you are going to have a fantastic day celebrating your 8th birthday. I'm not sure you'll actually be completing this maths lesson if it's your birthday, but if you are, well done. And if anyone has the option to send Evan a text or a message, then please do, because it is his 8th birthday, and hopefully we can all sing him a happy birthday on the Zoom chat tomorrow. So have a lovely day, Evan. It's also someone else's birthday today that I know, but you'll have to watch the RE video to find out who that is. So it's 2 people I know who share the birthday of the 27th of January. And I wonder if you know, maybe you know more people who have the 27th of January as their birthday too. So today's maths lesson, we are learning to use column addition for 3-digit and 2-digit numbers when regrouping is required in the tens column. So yesterday we were adding 3-digit and 2-digit numbers, but we were regrouping in the ones column. So today we are going to be focusing on regrouping in the tens column. So if you just want to pause your video to write today's date and what, and then have a think about what we learnt last lesson. Okay, so just a few reminders of what we covered in yesterday's maths session. So we thought about how we need to line up the ones with the ones, and that's really important when we're adding 3-digit and a 2-digit number. We also need to make sure that if the column sum is equal to 10 or more, we must regroup. So if it's 10 or more in any of the columns, then we need to regroup. And we also need to be careful that we line up the tens with the tens. Okay, so they're the 3 key things that we learnt yesterday that will really help us in today's lesson. So a recap on yesterday. So we were regrouping in our ones column yesterday. So I have got this sum to work out. 523 add 48. So Colin has got 3 possible answers, A, B or C. So if you want to pause the video and have a go and see if you can work out which one is correct. Hopefully you can see one that is definitely not correct. So everybody just tell me now which one is definitely not correct. So hopefully you've said A, and we know that A can't possibly be correct because we've got 500s and we're not adding any more hundreds. Okay, so we're not going to get to 904. So straight away, we can say that it's not going to be A. So let's work out the sum and see what the correct answer is. So we always start by having our place value headings, 3-digit number followed by the 2-digit number. And you could put the 2-digit number first, you still get the same answer, the same whole. But if you can, then I'd probably start with the bigger number, the greater number at the top. So we're going to add our ones first. 3 ones add 8 ones. So hopefully you said that that's 11 ones. So we need to regroup 11 ones into 1 10 and 1 1. Now we're going to add our tens. 2 tens add 4 tens, add 1 10. So 20 add 40, add 10. So hopefully you've worked out that that is 7 tens, 70. And then we're going to add our hundreds. So 500 add 0 hundreds will give us 500. So the correct answer is 571, which is B. Now 561, I can see how Colin may have got that answer, and you might be able to as well. He probably added his 2 tens and his 4 tens and forgot to add this 10 where we regrouped the ones. So the correct answer is B. So today's lesson, we are carrying on adding 3-digit numbers and 2-digit numbers, but we are regrouping in the tens column today. So we're going to be regrouping our tens. So let's have a go at this sum. So I'm going to write my part, 582, making sure I line up those digits correctly, and I'm adding 35. So 35 has 3 tens, so underneath my tens column, and 5 ones, lining up my ones correctly. So I'm going to start by adding my ones. 2 ones add 5 ones. So I'm just going to model adding 5 ones to 2 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many ones do we have altogether? 7 ones. Now we're going to add the tens. 8 tens, 80, add 3 tens, 30. So I'm going to add 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. So let's add up how many tens we've got altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 tens. So that column sum is equal to 10 or more because 11 is more than 10. So because 11 is more than 10, I have 11 tens and I need to regroup my 10 tens into 100. And then I've got my 110. So 11 tens altogether, but I've regrouped them into 100 and 110. And we know that 11 tens is the same as 110. So 110. Now I'm going to add my hundreds. 500, add the 100 where I regrouped my tens equals 600 altogether. So the answer to the sum 582 add 35 is 617. Let's have a go at this one together. So I'm going to set out my column addition. I'm going to write my greatest part first, 648, and I'm adding 71. So 7 tens and 1 1. So I need to be really careful that I'm lining up my tens with my tens and my ones with my ones. Okay, I'm going to add my ones column first. 8 ones, add 1 1. So we don't need to count those ones, do we? We know what 8 add 1 is. 1 more than 8 equals 9. We're now going to add our tens. So I have 4 tens and I'm adding 7 tens. I'm adding 70. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And let's just add up how many tens we've got all together. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. So I've got 11 tens, 110. So I have 11 tens, so I need to regroup into 100 and 110. So my 11 tens I have regrouped into 100 and 110. So 11 tens is the same as 110. I'm now going to add my hundreds. 600, add 100 where I regroup my tens. So altogether I have 700. So the answer to the sum 648 add 71 is 719. Let's have a go at another one. So I'm going to start by writing my smallest part this time. So 68. And I'm going to add 200. So I need to make sure I've put my 2 under my hundreds column. 267. I'm now going to draw my equal sign to put my total. Okay, so let's add our ones. I've got 8 ones and I'm adding 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now this one's a bit tricky. It's a bit sneaky putting this one in here because we're meant to be just regrouping tens today, but I think we can probably do it and it will help you in tomorrow's lesson as well. So let's have a go. So we've got 8 ones, add 7 ones. So let's just add how many ones we've got all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ones. Well, that's definitely more than 10 ones. So I'm going to regroup my 15 ones. Just make sure I've regrouped them correctly. So I'm going to regroup my 15 ones into 110 and 5 ones. So I'm going to show that here. 110 and 5 ones. Now we are regrouping our tens. So let's have a